Hi everyone. Have you been feeling sluggish lately? Or have a decreased appetite? Or maybe even losing some weight without even trying to diet? These are just some of the signs that you may be lacking in certain nutrients, which can have an effect on your brain function. When we're young, our brains grow and develop properly because we have all the necessary nutrients needed for optimal brain health. However, as we get older, it becomes more difficult for our bodies to absorb certain vitamins and minerals from food alone. This is especially true after age 70, when the body's ability to absorb many nutrients decreases significantly. If you are over 70, you might want to listen up. There are 4 vitamins that can trigger dementia overnight. So watch this video till the end so you don't make any mistakes. Also, if you're a senior citizen or know one, please share this video with them. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 1. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 plays an important role in maintaining brain health. It helps to build and maintain myelin, which is the fatty substance that surrounds and protects nerve cells. Vitamin B6 also helps to improve memory and cognitive function by enhancing communication between nerve cells. Studies have shown that people who have low levels of vitamin B6 in their blood are at an increased risk of developing dementia. A study published in the journal Neurology found that older adults who had low levels of vitamin B6 were more likely to develop dementia over the course of the study, which lasted 5 years. Additionally, a meta-analysis published in the British Medical Journal concluded that vitamin B6 supplementation can help to improve cognitive performance in people with dementia. Another study conducted at the Rush University Medical Center in Chicago found that older adults with higher levels of vitamin B6 were less likely to develop dementia over a period of 6 years. The study involved 923 participants aged 65 and over, and found that those with the highest vitamin B6 levels were 55% less likely to develop dementia than those with the lowest levels. You can find vitamin B6 in foods such as fish, chicken, potatoes, and chickpeas. It is also available as a supplement. Number 2. Vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is essential for the production of red blood cells and for maintaining the health of the nervous system. It also plays a role in DNA synthesis and cell division, which are important for brain development and cognitive function. Studies have shown that older adults who have low levels of vitamin B12 in their blood are at an increased risk of developing dementia. A study published in the journal Age and Aging found that low levels of vitamin B12 were associated with an increased risk of dementia and cognitive decline in community-dwelling older adults. Another study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who had low levels of vitamin B12 had more brain atrophy, which is the loss of brain tissue that can occur with aging and dementia. Vitamin B12 deficiency can also lead to megaloblastic anemia, which is a type of anemia characterized by large but immature red blood cells. This condition can cause symptoms such as fatigue, weakness, and shortness of breath, which can all contribute to cognitive decline and dementia. However, it should be noted that the link between vitamin B12 deficiency and dementia is not fully understood, and more research is needed to establish a causal relationship. Some studies have suggested that the benefits of vitamin B12 supplementation on cognitive function may be limited to people who have a pre-existing vitamin B12 deficiency. Regardless, maintaining adequate levels of vitamin B12 is important for overall health and well-being, and it is recommended that older adults get 2.4 micrograms per day. Good sources of vitamin B12 include meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and dairy products. It is also available as a supplement, especially for vegans and vegetarians who may have difficulty obtaining enough vitamin B12 from food alone. Number 3. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is produced in the skin upon exposure to sunlight and is also found in certain foods such as fatty fish, fish liver oils, egg yolks, and beef liver. It plays a role in calcium absorption and bone health, and has been linked with various health benefits, including reduced inflammation and improved immune function. Several studies have investigated the relationship between vitamin D levels and cognitive function in older adults. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults with low levels of vitamin D were more likely to experience cognitive decline and dementia. Another study published in the journal PLOS Medicine discovered that adequate vitamin D levels were associated with a lower risk of dementia and cognitive decline in older adults. The study involved nearly 27,000 participants aged 50 and over, and found that those with the highest vitamin D levels were 58% less likely to develop dementia than those with the lowest levels. However, it is important to note that the majority of the evidence linking vitamin D to dementia comes from observational studies, and more research is needed to establish a causal relationship. Additionally, the optimal amount of vitamin D for maintaining brain health is not well established, and there is a lack of consensus on whether taking vitamin D supplements can effectively prevent dementia. Despite the uncertainties, maintaining adequate levels of vitamin D is generally recommended for overall health and well-being, particularly for older adults who may be at risk of deficiency due to factors such as reduced sun exposure or limited intake of vitamin D-rich foods. It is recommended that adults aged 60 and over get at least 600 IUs of vitamin D per day. Number 4. Vitamin E. Vitamin E is a group of 8 fat-soluble compounds that have antioxidant properties, meaning they can help protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. One of the most well-known forms of vitamin E is alpha-tocopherol, which is found in high concentrations in almonds, sunflower seeds, and avocados. Vitamin E plays an important role in maintaining brain health by protecting against oxidative stress and inflammation. Studies have shown that people with low levels of vitamin E in their blood are at an increased risk of developing dementia. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with low vitamin E levels were more likely to experience cognitive decline and dementia over a period of 6 years. Another study published in the journal Neurology found that older adults with low vitamin E levels were more likely to develop Alzheimer's disease, which is the most common form of dementia. However, it is important to note that the evidence linking vitamin E to dementia is mixed, and some studies have found no association between vitamin E levels and cognitive function. Despite the uncertainties, maintaining adequate levels of vitamin E is generally recommended for overall health and well-being. It is believed that a balanced diet containing a variety of nuts, seeds, and vegetable oils should provide sufficient vitamin E. However, supplements are available and are often used by people who have dietary restrictions or who are unable to obtain enough vitamin E from food alone. Remember, it's never too late to make changes to your diet and lifestyle to improve your overall health and reduce your risk of developing dementia. By ensuring you get enough of these essential vitamins, you can support your brain health and cognitive function as you age. Thank you for watching the video. If you find this video informative, please leave a like and comment below what other topics you would like to see us cover in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with our latest health and wellness tips. Have a wonderful day and take care.